Pixie, huh?
Yeah, you gotta look good for the video. You've started already, haven't you? Time trial 1 done, out of the way. It's a 400 metre swim, which threw me because I found out 3 minutes before we started it was 400 metres. I thought it was 300, and I had the game set in mind of the intensity levels I'd pick. And then he said 400. I was like, what am I gonna do for the last 100? But I just held the high max intensity. But it was good. My goggles didn't fall off, so they stayed on. And then I was behind the first lap. And got further and further behind. But I felt really good. I'm yet to see what the time was, but I'm going to say it's like a 4:40 for 400. I think it was 1:10 pace. So I was like, the first 400 breathing every 4 strokes, and then the second 200 I was going 4-2-2, 4-2-2, and then the last 200 was just 2-stroke breath, like, and then I finished and my arms are dead, and now it's time to ride. So we just did I think it was 8.35 kilometre time trial, average of 37.1 k an hour, and 161 corners folding in on themselves. That was rough. It was good fun to do a time trial on the road bike, but I had good old Kai Wild chasing me down the whole time, so I knew I had to work to not get him to lap me. Which was like a big ego thing. Doesn't matter because it doesn't do anything for the actual race tomorrow, but keen to see how I fit in amongst, how my bike compares to everyone, compared to my swim compares to everyone. But now it's time to recover. We've got about 2 hours until run time trial, which will be a 1.5k PB for me today. Nothing less than PB for a TT, and Nikki's about to go to Plant-Based Cafe and eat a whole feed while I eat a Cliff Bar. Alright, so I forgot to do it yesterday. We were too cooked and in too much of a rush to get... I don't even know what we did, just went home.
Yeah.
Ready for bed. But I ran alright. I ran a 4:16 500, which is 2:44 per kilometre. Which is a PB for me, like, stoked, but I'm so far off the guys. So then that put me in 18th place overall for the weekend and into Heat B. So all the odd numbers were in A, all the even numbers were in B. So then today's the day that counts. So it'll be a 300 swim, 8k bike, 1.5k run to then sort out whether we make it A or B final. I'm ranked to only make it a B, which will be a bit easier, hopefully, maybe, I don't know, but I want to make the A. So we're back here again on not much sleep, thanks to my mate Melty, who decided to prank us by dressing up in Halloween gear and trying to break into a house. But I said some words to him and I'm losing my voice and got little sleep. So let's race. The first one of today, the even numbers heat, so from 2 to 26 or something like that, and then I was lane 2 on the outside of the swim. I swam pretty good, I think. There's 3 guys ahead of me coming out of the water. I tried to get on the back of them. Luke Harvey was on my tail, and then I sent it hard out of transition on the start of the bike. Yeah, bro.
Go, Trav!
Like, hard, for about 2 kilometers I think I lasted. And then I flicked the elbow, I was like, look! And then Luke's gone. And I was like, no, come back. And he went too fast. And I just couldn't get on. I think I left it too long on the front. I was just too cooked. And then, yeah, I should have just flicked the elbow. So I had a bit of something to lift up to get onto his wheel. But he made the pack ahead. That pack caught Lockie and Charlie, who were up the road. The two juniors, they got the 30-second head start. Kept away on the bike, I think. So it would have been sick to ride with the pack. Be a nice, fast bike. Get some draft. But I didn't. And they put massive time into me because I'd blown up from trying to get onto them. And then we started to run. It's a 400-meter loop around the track. And I've come out right as they were about to start their next lap. So I got the enjoyment of running a lap with Charlie and Lorkie. So that was good pacing for 2 laps, and then a lap and a half by myself to just cruise it. I pretty much knew that bike pack was the way to make it into the A final. So that was just consolidating, running well but not cruising, not hurting myself too much, to then be ready for the B final. So now I'm in the B final, and I'm ranked fastest in the B final, and I'm racing kids like 7 years younger than me. So let's hope I can show them how it's done. We've been training about the same length of time though.
Just have a recap of how this afternoon's going to work while the ladies are out on their bike.
10:20 now. I race at 12, so
starting off
quick
at
little
12
cool down.
with the male
Old mate's about to tell you what's going on. And
so that will have
little snacks, couple Cliff Bars, a little bit of yoga, stretching, and some Wim Hof, and we'll go again. And
that will have 8
that'll
males
be
in that one.
What are you about to say?
McIntosh, Bamford, Brown, Wingard, Coleman,
Lennon,
Marsh and Densley, with the top 4 going through to the plate final.
So I got to get top 4 out of those guys.
We move on to the female plate final at 12:45.
And then I'll win that. So we just had the plate final, which is like the best of the rest. It didn't make the A final. And it was a 150 swim,
Coconut.
K bike, saving that for later. And no, 4K bike, 800-meter run. And then we got told our lanes, we walked up to the lane, and in the start it was like, on your marks, and I was like, oh fuck!
Yeah.
Poof, jumped. And then happy to lead the swim the whole way, I think. Let out of the water, let on the bike for the first K or so.
Fast up! Fast up!
Go, Trav!
And then the group put a bit of an attack on, so it's about 5 of us, I think. I think there was 6. I started with 6, and then I put a bit of an attack on. That split the group down to 5, and then they attacked again. And then I came off the bike, 4th wheel in the pack of 5.
Come on, Trav!
I didn't have a great transition, so I need to make sure I sharpen that up for the final. And then we started the run pretty much all together.
Go, Trav, go!
Seconds apart, and within the first 100 meters, I ran to the front. So just so I could control pace and wasn't running scared. I felt really confident on the first lap, and then just settled into a good rhythm for the second lap and held on to the lead, cruised it into the grass, and
Go, Trav. Stay strong.
now it's time to go warm up and warm down and get ready for the next one and make sure I win it. All done racing. I think I left these on a cliffhanger before with how the race would go. It went good. I swam really well, but I could feel the fatigue heavily from the previous race. Got a good gap, starting back.
Go, Marky. Go, Trav.
Held a good gap for a little bit, made the boys work hard to get onto me, and then being the self-proclaimed strongest runner in the group, I decided I did not need to work on the bike, so I sat on. So, no apologies, that's racing. And then I think there was a few little attacks. The guy just tried to make us all hurt. So there was 4 of us, that was the elimination style. Got off the bike third, started to run third, I think.
Go, Trav.
And then ran straight to first within 100 metres, maybe 150. Going to sit on the shoulder on the feet of said wing deck, but it wasn't fast enough. I didn't see the point in like jogging and then attacking just in case he had a best spring for me. So we're on the headwind. I tried to not go and he's running too slow. So I was like, alright, I'll just like cruise past. So I nose breathe and I was like pretending I'm out for like a little jog. And I just like little smirk as I went past, like yeah, just Sunday jog boys, no worries, easy days. And I got past and I was like, and then, so we had a lap to go.
Go, Trav. Go, Trav.
I was feeling hurt, and I could feel him still there. So we started the last lap. I lifted the pace, just picked that cadence up. I don't know what it was because I wasn't wearing my watch. It was probably like 190 cadence. This food is good. And then I heard everyone cheering for him when I thought I like put a good gap between us. But I don't know how close he was. And then into the headwind, I was like, I've got to get a good gap, so I've got to get an assistance, I've got to make him hurt. So I'm hurting, he's hurting. We turned the last turn, crosswind, turned towards the finish chute. We exited the track onto the grass for the finish chute. And as soon as we turned, I just lit it up.
Yes, Trav. Woo!
I won. Now we're finally eating some good food. I've been living on Cliff Bars and Spag Bowl for the last 2 days just to keep me fueled but stay nice and light. And oh man, as you can see, I got some churros, a big little burger, some loaded fries, and an Oreo coffee smoothie thing. All the deliciousness thanks to plant-based cafe. So, cheers, I'm gonna dig in.